Ah, the cat bath. Just saying those two words can bring up images of a wild, chaotic, water everywhere kind of scene, right? But what if I told you it doesn't have to be a battle? What if you could actually turn this super stressful event into something calm, controlled, and yeah, scratch-free? Well, today, let's dive in and crack the code on this together. Okay, first things first, you have to appreciate just how committed cats are to being clean. I mean, it's a wild fact. They can spend up to half of their waking hours just meticulously grooming themselves. They're these little walking, purring wonders of personal hygiene. Their tongues are basically built-in combs, and they're truly obsessed with keeping every single hair perfectly in place. So, with all that self-cleaning, it kind of begs the question, right? Do they ever really need us to give them a bath? And the answer is yes, sometimes they absolutely do. So let's figure out when, and more importantly, how to do it right. So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through this step by step. First, we'll figure out when a bath is truly a must. Then we'll get into the all-important prep plan. This is key. After that, the bathing process itself, some great water-free options, and finally, the crucial after-bath reward. So let's tackle that first big question. To bathe or not to bathe? Look, a cat's tongue is an amazing grooming tool, no doubt about it, but it definitely has its limits. Sometimes they just get into stuff that licking can't fix, and that's really where we have to step in. Okay, so there are some times when a bath is absolutely non-negotiable. If your cat gets into something like motor oil, paint, or sticky tree sap, you can't let them lick those toxins off. A bath is crucial for their safety. The same goes for, a run-in with a skunk, a medicated bath prescribed by the vet for fleas, or even if someone in your house has really bad allergies, bathing can really help cut down on dander. And it's not just about accidents. Some cats just need a little extra help. Think about elderly, obese, or arthritic cats. They often can't quite reach every spot anymore. And long-haired breeds like beautiful Persians, they can get mats that just have to be washed out. And here's an ironic one. Hairless breeds like the Sphinx, they actually need regular baths to get rid of the excess body oils that fur would normally soak up. Now for the prep plan. And let me tell you, this is where the magic happens. A calm, successful bath doesn't just start with turning on the water. It starts way before that, with a really solid plan. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist for a nice, smooth journey. Here are the 4 golden rules of prep. First, trim their claws, but here's the trick. Do it a day or two before the bath. You don't want to pile on all that stress at once. Second, give their fur a really good brushing to get rid of any mats, because those things become a nightmare once they're wet. Third, have a great play session. Tire them out. A tired cat is a much more chill cat. And finally, get all your supplies ready and in one place. And this is your toolkit. You want all of this within arm's reach before you even get your cat. The most important thing here is a cat-specific shampoo. Please, never use human or dog shampoo. The pH is all wrong and it can even be toxic for them. You'll also want a couple of towels, a pitcher for gentle rinsing, some cotton balls for their ears, a non-slip mat, and of course, their absolute favorite treats for the big finish. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The real secret weapon isn't a pair of heavy-duty gloves. It's just being prepared. When you're calm and you're organized, it completely changes the vibe for both of you. All right, all the prep work is done. It's time for the main event. But don't worry, we're going to break this down into super simple, manageable steps that are all designed to keep stress levels way, way down. Okay, step 1. Put that non-slip mat or even just a towel in the bottom of the sink or tub. It gives them a secure footing and makes them feel way less panicked. Then, fill it with just a few inches of lukewarm water before you bring your cat into the room. That sound of a running faucet can be a huge trigger. Use your pitcher to gently wet their body, but avoid the head. Lather up gently, rinse them completely, and then save the face for the very end, using just a damp washcloth, no soap near the eyes. Think of this as your simple cheat sheet. On the do's side, you absolutely want to stay calm and use a soft, soothing voice. Use that pitcher instead of a scary spray nozzle. On the don't side, please don't yell or rush things. And never, ever use human shampoo. Just following these simple rules can be the difference between a calm bath and total chaos. But hey, what if a traditional bath is just not going to happen, Maybe your cat is really old, or they're recovering from surgery, or maybe they're just completely and utterly terrified of water. Don't worry, you have some fantastic water-free options. This is where Waterless shampoo comes in. It's usually a foam or a spray that you just work into your cat's fur, and then you simply towel it or brush it out. That's it. There's no rinsing at all, which makes it a super quick, low-stress way to do a light cleaning or just tackle one little dirty spot. And you can see the trade-offs pretty clearly here. For just routine maintenance where you want low stress, speed, and convenience, Waterless shampoo is the obvious winner. But for those really serious situations, we're talking heavy-duty grime or toxic stuff, nothing is going to get them as truly and safely clean as a traditional bath. We are so close. But you gotta remember, the bath isn't really over when you turn off the water. How you end this whole experience is just as important as how you started it. This is the part they're gonna remember next time. So the second they're out of the water, you immediately wrap them up in a warm, dry towel. This is what we affectionately call the towel burrito. It keeps them warm, makes them feel super secure, and it stops them from making a mad dash. Just gently blot their fur dry. Try not to rub aggressively. And please, just skip the hairdryer. That loud noise is just terrifying for most cats. And now, for what might be the single most important step in this whole process, the reward. The second they're free, give them their favorite treat, some calm praise, tell them they're a good kitty. What you're doing here is you're actively rewiring their brain to connect this whole bath thing with a really positive payoff. This is your secret weapon for making the next bath even easier. So let's end with this thought. We usually think of bathing a cat as this chore we just have to survive. But what if we change how we look at it? When you approach it with preparation and with patience and with that positive reward at the end, you're not just cleaning your cat, you're showing them that they can trust you, even when they're scared. So could this thing we all dread actually become a chance to build an even deeper bond? It's definitely something to think about.